Yeah, good morning, grade 8 once again. Allow me just to take you through very fast in a new strand that we have just begun about living organism and their surrounding. Today we are going to talk about the cell, and I want to begin by giving you the definition. A cell is a basic unit of life of all living organisms. All living organisms, that is plants and animals, they normally have the cell. And a cell is a microscopic, meaning that it is very small, it's very tiny. So we cannot see a cell. We normally use a microscope if we want to see it. And that one also gives us, now the number of cell gives us the organism. There are two organisms. One, we have what to call unicellular organisms. These are organisms that are made up of one cell. Then two, we have what to call multicellular. Multicellular, these are organisms that are made up of many cells. That is mostly the plants and animals. They are multicellular. They are made up of many cells. Then two, we normally also understand that within a cell, there is a series of process that normally takes place there. And therefore, a cell is a fundamental. Fundamental means if all those processes fails to take place, then actually the life of that organism will stop. One of the processes that normally takes place, like in plant cell, is the process of respiration. Process of photosynthesis takes place there, and also osmoregulation, that is the balancing of the salt and the water. Allow me to look at the components of a cell. When I talk about the components of a cell, it is what makes up the cell. What makes up the cell, actually, there are what we call the cell structures. Cell structures, these are organelles. These are structures which are found within a cell. When you define the term organelle, is a structure that is found within a cell. And therefore, we have a number of cell structures. Maybe quickly just to talk about them. The first one is actually the cell wall. The cell wall is the one that normally maintains the shape of the cell. Then number two, we have the cell membrane. The cell membrane, it is semi-permeable. It allows the movement of substances in and out of the cell. We have the nucleus, which normally control all activities in the cell. Then we have the cytoplasm, where the chemical reaction of a cell takes place. We have chloroplast in plants, where it oversight for chloroplast, it oversight for photosynthesis. Then we have mitochondria. It's another cell structure that normally oversight for respiration. We also have the centriole. The centriole has got three functions. One, formation of the spindle fibers. Two, takes part in cell division. Three, it also helps in the formation of cilia and flagella. Then finally, we have other cell organelles that we shall also discuss later about when we shall be looking deep on the even comparison between a plant cell and an animal cell. So thank you guys. Let's meet in our next class. I'll be looking at a plant and animal cell as seen under a light microscope. I understand, or I began by saying that cells cannot be seen with our naked eyes. So we normally use a microscope which can enlarge that cell so that we can see it clearly. Thank you. Have a good day. We shall meet in another class. Asanteni sana.